got a chance to see the new Netflix book adaptation, Thursday Murder Club, with an all-star cast. Let's talk about it right now. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you so much for spending time with me as we rant about movies, comic books, and television shows, as well as the occasional board game. I am your host, Frank Zenka. I'm an award-winning screenwriter, novelist, and comic book writer, as well as a filmmaker. So let's talk about Thursday Murder Club. This was a all-star cast in this. Anyway, before we begin, too, I just want to let you know that I got, I collect, I don't know if you're new here to the channel, I have a Hot Toys, I need an intervention. I collect a lot of the stuff from Marvel movies, Star Wars movies, you name it, any kind of movies. And you really can't see it there in the corner. But I have now a shrine to the Scarlet Witch / Elizabeth Olsen. I'll put a picture over here as well. Anyway, I think it came out pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think. Think I need an intervention. All right, so let's jump into the movie. So I really, of course, I think everybody watched this purely because of the cast. I mean, you had Helen Mirren, Pierce Brosnan, Ben Kingsley. You got the guy from Lucifer. It's just on and on and on. The amount of people. Jonathan Pryce is in this. Just a pile of people. And it was directed by Christopher Columbus, not the guy that discovered America, but the director who did the Harry Potter series, Percy Jackson, just a pile of stuff that he has done. It's amazing, his filmography over the years. I mean, he's put out some really, really great stuff that has, taken the test of time. He executive produced The Witch, stuff like that as well. He's just amazing. He did Rent. So he's a producer. He directed Mrs. Doubtfire. It's crazy. The amount of stuff. He's been working since 1987. So he's executive produced. He's directed. And I saw that Steven Spielberg was involved in this in some way, shape, or form. But it's amazing the talent that went into here. It's also amazing to me, too, that Helen Mirren she's in her 80s. And she is still working like she's 20. It's phenomenal. I think she's more famous now than when she was 20. So, I mean, I hope I have as much energy as her during that period of my life. Which is right around the corner. So, but the two writers, so there was the two female writers, Katie Brand. She has like 30 credits. I've not seen anything that she's done. The other one is Suzanne, I had a thing come up here real quick. Suzanne Heathcote. And I have seen some stuff that she's done. She's done television stuff. Like she did See. I think she did 8 episodes of See, S-E-E. I think that's an Apple Plus film, TV show. I've never seen that one. She's also done 8 episodes of Killing Eve. So I think that's like an entire season. And Fear the Walking Dead, she did 16 episodes of that. So, and the reason I'm bringing this up is because I'm just not sure about this film. And, it was fun at times, right? And, the setting was amazing. It looked like Downton Abbey kind of thing. It wasn't Downton Abbey. But the house, even the color of it was very similar, but it was basically like a palace. And they were there, basically it's an old age home. And each one of the people have a certain set of skills that they're bringing to the table. So they Helen Mirren, we don't find out what she is or what she was when she was younger until later. But Pierce Brosnan's character, he was like a union guy, so he did, he's the one who scheduled and kind of made the sit outs and everything like that. All the strikes happen. And then you had Ben Kingsley's character, Abraham, and he was a psychologist, I believe. And their other group member, I forgot her name, Ellie or Emma or something like that, she was in hospice. So she had now fallen out of the club, and we never really see her awake at all. But she was a former police officer, one of the few female at that time. And Tom Ellis was the one I was saying from Lucifer. I forgot his name. So now they needed a new person, and they ended up with Joyce, played by Celia Amiri. I'm not really familiar with her as much as everybody else, the rest of the cast. And she was a nurse because there wasn't many female doctors at the time. So she ended up being the medical side of things. And they get themselves in trouble. But anyway, this is a book series by Richard Osman. I am not familiar with it. I've never read any of them, but it is a series. I think there's like half a dozen of them, if not more. And these guys take cold cases, and the cold cases are given to them by Emma or Ellie, whatever the one that was in hospice at this point. And they just go, try to solve them. It's just like a hobby for them. However, with this particular episode, the cold case they're working on ends up linking by the end to a real murder. So it's almost like Murders in the Building kind of thing, where they're trying to hold on to their old age home because somebody wants to level it. And the previous owners start turning up dead, and then on top of that, you have the one of the other members is like an old mob guy that disappears, stuff like that. So it ends up there. Here comes into my problem. It turns out to be very, very convoluted, and yes, you're following along with the characters, and the characters are fun, but then it turns very diluted. And so it's there's good and there's bad. I guess like any other film. Anyway, before we go into it any further, remember to give me a like, give me a subscribe if you can. If you can, ring that bell, ding, ding. Share this video out there. And then on top of that, if you want to check out anything that I've written, you can go to Amazon.com and just type my name in. Link in the description below. And then you'll see my 4-novel sci-fi quadrilogy, Destiny Aurora. It's got some pieces of Guardians of the Galaxy, Star Wars, Star Trek. Everything's kind of amalgam into this, so it's like a space epic adventure. It was made into a board game, an RPG, a graphic novel. It's also on Audible. The first book's on Audible. Multiple voices. I also have my fantasy novel, Tales of Ravenor, The Iron Witch. So if you like Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, Lord of the Rings, we have magic systems, and we have dragons and all this other stuff. Lots of cool stuff in there. And then my new comic that was just successfully funded, 400% on Kickstarter, called Fairy Tales of Terror. We have Killer Captain Hook. We have Psycho Cinderella, and they're being chased around by badass Tiger Lily from Neverland, who is trying to stop them, but we don't know why yet. So it's pretty cool stuff. Anyway, we had very, very good feedback. I can't wait to get this into everybody's hands. I am going to be doing late pledge, so if you missed out, then you can, I'll let you know when we're going to be accepting pledges again. All right, so let's jump back into the movie. And so it was good to see Pierce Brosnan. He's always good. And I thought that the chemistry of the characters, of the actors, was very, very good. But with this very convoluted whodunit, because we're not even talking about the whodunit of one thing. We're talking about the whodunit of the cold case, So it's like whodunits everywhere. There really is no like red herring or anything like that. So it's like the the the, the people that you're looking for. It's like there's no really big reveal or anything like that. It's got a couple of good twists, or a couple of, I couldn't say they're good, but a couple of twists that make it interesting. I guess that's the best way for me to say it. And on top of that, we find out what Helen Mirren's character is, Elizabeth. So she was a former MI6, the head of MI6, I believe they allude to. But that's it. They're working with a new cop, and the cops are kind of funny. The main cop is kind of funny. The red herring is also Pierce Brosnan's son, who is played by the guy from Lucifer. His character name is Jason. But I just wasn't that impressed, and the movie was $60 million, man. $60 million. How do you spend $60 million on this kind of movie? Helen Mirren, okay, but and Pierce Brosnan, I guess. It was also funny because if you saw Mobland, Helen Mirren's in it, Pierce Brosnan, and the other guy from the head of the other family, which I can't remember his name. So you had 3 people from Mobland in this. It's funny stuff. And I think Mobland's on a totally different station too, or whatever. I think it's not Richard Grant. Richard Grant's in this too, but he's not the one I was thinking of. But so I don't know, $60 million for this film. Was it worth it? I don't know. I don't know, how Netflix gauges whether that kind of money is worth spending. Did they get enough people coming in to subscribe? They just, as far as I know, they just lost billions of dollars because people on the right or whatever, anybody, I guess, some parents in general are canceling their subscriptions because of some LGBTQ stuff that's being thrown in there, which it's been in there for a while. So I don't know why it's now. I don't know why it's coming to light now when it's been the light was shining. It was shown on that a long time ago. But anyway, it's happening now. So they're losing billions. So is this helping? I don't know. Why would the Thursday Murder Club be one of the first things? Like, you can't even do merchandising. Like, let's say HBO has House of the Dragon, Game of Thrones. That had huge amount of merchandising. The merchandising alone made the stuff worth it, right? You're not going to tell me the Thursday Murder Club is going to get any kind of merchandising. So I just don't understand I guess they're trying to look at it as Murder, She Wrote, I guess. Because Murder, She Wrote was very, very popular back in the day with Angela Lansbury. But again, the Murder, She Wrote is nothing like this, as far as I'm concerned. Angela Lansbury had her own little charm. And Helen Mirren is more of a badass. She's like an 80-year-old badass. I was waiting for her to go knock out some kung fu moves in here. Oh, that's right. David Tennant was in here too. I forgot that he was in there. Yeah, he had a pretty small role. But again, they had huge cast. For what? Did they need any more than the 3 main cast? That's what I'm asking. Helen Mirren, Pierce Brosnan, Ben Kingsley, that's all you needed. You didn't need to bring on any other person that was expensive. And you could have brought this probably down to $30 million. I don't know how expensive Chris Columbus is, but... And did you even really need Chris Columbus to produce this thing or to direct it? Probably not. It's very basic. There's no action scenes. There's no nothing. They have one little car thing, and it's not even a car chase. It's just her driving fast. It's just, I don't know. Somebody explain this to me. Somebody explain to me, unless they just have money just to burn. I don't know. After this week, I doubt it. Anyway, I'm very confused about why these these streaming services spend these big amount of money on movies that are going to be buried. I mean, just buried. So anyway, I just don't get it. Anyway, for me, let's rate it on a scale from 1 to 10. I'm gonna say, so 5 being average. I like Coyotes better than I like this. So I mean, the cast was good. So I'm going to give it a higher average than it's better than 5.5, but it's like maybe a 6, maybe a 6. And that's probably pushing it. It like the first half, I was in it. The second half lost me completely. I was bored by the second half, but I thought the build up was good, and then the resolution was eh. So yeah, 6 is probably a high grade for this, but you guys let me know what you think. All right, remember too to give me a like, give me a subscribe if you can, ring that bell, ding ding, share this video out there, and check out my stuff on Amazon. Just type my name in, and check out all my books, including my new comic, Fairy Tales of Terror. Just go to the link. It's also a link description below too if you want to take a look at some of the art and stuff like that in the video. All right, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. Have you guys seen it? Did you love it? Are you just as confused as me? Anyway, everybody have a fantastic week. All right, bye.